Hi, it's time for this week's book talks. Because we're having spring break soon, I thought it might be fun to have some slightly longer reads. This one counts. It's called Front Lines. It's by Michael Grant, and I think of it as an alternative history to World War II. Imagine if the Supreme Court ruled right before World War II started that having only men in the draft was unconstitutional. Therefore, women could fight and were drafted into World War II and served in combat roles. We have 5 women that we're going to follow in this story, and I assume it's going to be one of many that are to come. And in this one, the women are going to wind up in North Africa, and they are going to be expected to go up against a armored German tank battalion with little more than rifles and a chance to mount a surprise attack. Really good. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Second one is one of my favorite zombie novels ever. I couldn't put it down when I first started it. It's called The Enemy. It takes place in London. Everybody under the age of 16 has turned into a zombie. They're called the adults. Only the children have lived through the plague, and there are not enough resources in London to go around. Everybody is banded up into gangs, and our kids are just trying to figure out a way to get out of London alive, where maybe things are a little bit easier. This one I've labeled epic because it is over 900 pages. And the first-time author also received $2 million for writing this book, which is unheard of in the publishing world. They really have a lot at stake on this one. I liked it. Here's my very brief attempt to explain what it's about. We have 4 main characters, and it is starting in New York City on New Year's Eve. One of our main characters is a girl who has decided to go meet somebody in Central Park in the middle of the night, and she gets attacked and is unconscious and is in a coma for most of the story. It becomes a mystery because they're trying to figure out who attacked her and why. And as the story unfolds, you realize that there were a lot of people who might have had a reason to do that. The other interesting thing about this is that it's going to culminate in a moment that actually happened in New York City in 1978. There was a major blackout, major crisis that happened during the summer of 1978. The other interesting thing about this novel is there's a lot of punk rock, the beginnings of punk rock, that scene coming on board. And I will also say this book is a little bit more mature. It's not for every reader, especially those people who don't want to read a 900-page novel. But worth your thoughts and time. This one I love. It's my new favorite author. His name is Michael Harmon. He writes a lot of novels that are really fun, somewhat shorter, and a lot of them are set in Spokane, so I like that too. In this one, we have a boy. His name is Stick because he's a football receiver, and the ball just seems to stick to his hands when it's passed to him, which is great. And his dad's really proud of him, and his coach is really proud of him. Problem is, both of those men are really big jerks. And so Stick has decided that he no longer wants to play football. There's no love of the game anymore. He's decided to quit. His father is so disappointed, he literally kicks him out of the house. So Stick is now homeless. There's another character in this story, a smaller figure who has a lot of challenges of his own. He's really worth reading about as well. I really like this story a lot. Finally, one from our Washington State Library grant. These are all connected to science in some way. This one's called Insultingly Stupid Movie Physics. And I agree, sometimes movies have no regard for the basic laws of physics. Like the James Bond movie that just came out, the Spectre, it seemed like helicopters can't turn that way, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this is a really readable collection of the times when movie makers got physics wrong and may have embarrassed or made their high school physics teachers feel bad. Don't do that to your own high school physics teachers. Learn the laws of physics. All right, this is a very fun one to read. Thanks for listening. These are all on the tree table in the library. Have a great spring break. Back to you.